Hey, Chris with Bratcher Welding here. Be sure and like and subscribe. Here on an earlier video, I had a lot of questions about how do I set my welding truck up and why I did that. Well, today I had the opportunity to run into an old boss of mine, Skyler. He's going to walk us around his welding truck, why he set his up the way he did, and be sure and ask questions if you have them in the comments, and I'll try to get back with you. But we'll let him take over here and kind of show you what he's got. If you don't mind, take us around and show us kind of your welding truck. And
I've always considered the driver's side the welding side.
Okay.
Helper box is the passenger. Splatter mats, gotta have them. You know, I just got, my rods stored off in there. Short barrel, that's a big tool.
How do you like these rod tops? A lot of guys have them, a lot don't. How do you feel about them?
They're not bad, but I know there's another brand out there. They're black in color, and they're a lot better, but way more expensive. But they work good.
Yeah.
They're in the box along with that cap on there. It's a lot faster than having to duct tape it every freaking day.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean.
So on this side, this is your welding side. Tape measures, soapstone, a few levels, T-squares, torches. The things we're going to use day to day right here handy.
Yeah, handy. Hose reel on the working side, leads on the speed rack.
Yep. And of course you got your comfort board here.
Oh yeah, gotta have it.
You ever use that when it's not muddy?
Yeah, I mean it's there, use it.
I was laying in the rocks one time. I told my helper, hey, go grab my mud board. He said it ain't even muddy. I said, well, go get my comfort board then. Yeah, whatever it is.
Helper side, tools, miscellaneous stuff,
Grinders?
Yeah, grinders, they're out on the pot, but, zip ties, you never know. Pliers, bolt meter, shackles for lifting, buffing wheels, all that.
I like how you got these here.
Yeah.
You just stack them up, they run low, we add to it.
Yep.
Same with your flapper disc or tiger paw.
Yep. Grounders go in there. This is the helper side, hand tools. This is for my jack stands right here.
Okay.
This bed was kind of tight, so got to utilize the space. Jacks go here. In order to get the bottles out.
There you go.
This tray was an old design from a guy that kind of broke me out. Anyway, it works.
So this loosens.
Yeah, and this spring will lift this up. Even if this drag up tank's full of diesel, they're stout springs.
You
mean
this whole thing comes up?
Yeah, it just the spring will push it up,
And then your bottles come this way.
Out, and then once I got everything done and secured,
you got a fishing pole, I see.
Oh, you gotta have it. Yeah.
You gotta have that.
Settling. That drag up tank, about 30 gallons. I built it in Utah on a job. Sometimes you end up out in the middle of nowhere. So I built that drag up tank. It's been pretty useful.
So that actually sits on that little tray. Those springs lift it. That actually holds your bottles down.
Yeah, it kind of holds it tight.
Yeah.
And I built it. I put it in my truck. So if I'm out in the middle of nowhere working and I'm in a bind, I got fuel.
Absolutely.
Works for me.
And then what about your machine? What kind of machine do you run and why?
Well, Dad ran a 304 for a little while. I've heard good things about them. I found this in Kansas on this job. It's a three-phase stainless. It's kind of a, back in its day, it was a, top-of-the-line machine.
Yeah.
Low hours. We got 2,900 hours on it. It's a good machine.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, like I said, I had a 300B before this. I also have a Vantage. Love the Vantage. I mean, I really do. A lot of guys don't, but I like it. But yeah, this is a 304 Miller. It's a good machine.
And then, of course, your hose reel. That's
yeah.
one thing I have not had. I really need to get one. We talked about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah. They're handy. I mean, and they're expensive, but all this is replaceable as far as the gaskets and
right.
goes. This is a badass reel. I can't remember what I paid for it. It's worth the money to me.
Well, it's quick. It's faster. You're in and out of the bell holes faster. Whatever you might be doing, they're handy.
As far as any other tools, usually in the back of my truck, right there. I keep T-squares, levels, a transit, you know.
Yeah.
Time and place for that. I like strings, but there's a time and place.
See, I like this bed because it's a little narrower.
Yeah.
You can get in and out of places, but you've still got everything you need.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if you're fabbing, if you're doing pipeline work,
Yeah,
whatever it
it's kind
is.
of, everything, you know. I mean, yeah, it's a good bed.
Well, that's good. Yeah, definitely set up different than mine, but all the same tools,
Yeah.
everything we need, and all trucks are pretty much that way.
It is, yeah. At the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, and people make it theirs.
Yep.
You know.
So, well, good. Well, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you watching. Be sure and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them. Hope y'all have a good day. Don't forget, today, 5 o'clock, we got us an hour-long video of Skyler welding on a flange here in the yard. He's going to give you some tips to make everything smoother for you. Y'all have a good one.